Cool.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi, I interrupted the very beginning. I heard the clap.
Yeah, what's up?
Haha. Nothing. What was the answer to my question?
What was it? Oh, they're gonna talk about it later.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. It's like she timed that perfectly. She waited for the clap.
She thought she waited for her round of applause.
She's making her entrance.
Making her entrance.
Oof. All right. Well, I got a solid number for us too for some of the stuff we were talking about.
Solid number.
Oh, no.
As opposed to a liquid letter. I don't know.
Is that a thing?
I just made it up, so yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
8 years of college.
And this is all you have to show for it.
I was talking about that with some people that I work with when we were talking about how we got into the industry that I work in.
Mm-hmm.
And like one person went to school for music, one person went to school for
Don't worry about it. We'll get to that.
Okay. We basically all of us got into the industry through liberal arts degrees, and I'm like, yeah, man.
All of you guys?
Yeah, like in my industry, people either go to school for it or you just fall into it.
Interesting.
And the ratio of it depends on where you land for the most part. The spread is wild. And for like what I do, or at least what I used to do in my industry, it was primarily people who were just like most people didn't go to school for it. They just kind of fell into it.
Right.
And
Huh.
I mean, I got into it because my buddy worked at a company that was pretty prominent in my industry, not the company I work for now, and he was like, dude, I can get you some really good money. And I'm like, oh yeah? And he was like, yeah, $15 whole an hour. And I was like,
Whoa.
sold.
And what year was this? Remind us.
That was, oh my gosh, 13 years ago, 14 years ago.
Wolf.
Crazy.
What the hell was minimum wage then?
Seven
That-
something?
Yeah.
Like 7.25.
Jesus.
I had come from a job. I was working in a factory, and I was making like $14 an hour,
Yeah.
and that was a raise. I spent 2 years making $10 an hour, and I was like, so when somebody said 15, I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do with all of this money? Like, my god, I could literally buy caviar at every meal.
Nice.
Now you'd be lucky if you can get a Whopper meal.
Yeah. Mike, I don't remember if I ever asked you how you fell into your job, but it seems like you went completely left when you started looking for work or something. Or did you just fall into it?
As far as work, I really didn't have any intention of getting into the insurance business, but because at the time I was working as a district manager for the Standard Time, so it was all overnights and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when Sawyer came around, when Sawyer was going to be a thing, I was like, okay, I need
Sawyer's
a day
gonna be
job.
thing.
Sawyer was going to be.
I guess it's pretty serious. He's sticking around for a little bit. I guess I'll do this.
It goes from it's the most joyous event of my life when my child became a thing.
Oh, but I realized I needed to get like a day job because overnights wasn't gonna work for me at that point. Because the way I saw it is, the way I was at that time, I was sleeping all day long and working all night. So what time would I have to actually spend with my family? So
As somebody who cut their teeth in the factory that I worked in doing overnights, I hear you, man. Like, it messes you up.
Oh, yeah.
It messes you up.
oh, absolutely.
I would get out of work at like 2 or 3 in the morning, like stay up till like 7, because that's basically like when I would go to bed is 7 in the morning. Right. And then I'd wait for like a gas station to open and get myself like a breakfast sandwich. Like, and I'd see everyone else going to work, and I'm like, latest suckers. And I told myself like for years, I'm only ever going to do this. Is the correct way to do it.
Right.
And now I'm like, absolutely not.
Oh fuck no.
No.
Like
So-
it's good if you're like my brother's age. He's like 25, 26. You want to do it at that time. That's when you have the energy, don't have the responsibilities or anything like that. At that point, once Sawyer came around, I was just tired. Not like I'm not tired now, but
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
So
like,
did I miss it? Where you said you were just looking for a day job, and that's just what landed?
I was looking for a day job. My mom, her work just happened to be hiring somebody. So,
So nepotism.
hey,
yeah.
hey, I'm a nepotism baby. That $10 an hour job, that was because my pop too. He was like, it was funny because, and I'm sure you're probably the same,
Yep.
Mike, where there are two kids on a baseball team that when the coach is your dad, you have one of two options. You're either the shortstop or you're in left field, man. Right? Like, or right field. You're in right field. You are a nothing player. I was like one step below that. My dad was like, this is going to be nepotism, but I'm going to make him pay for every. He's like, he looked at the payroll and he saw who was making the least, and he's like, Sean, you're making less than that guy.
Oh damn.
I'm like,
Jeez.
cool. Thanks, Dad.
Oh, my mom had no say in my pay, but she was allowed to sit on my interview, and her first statement to my boss was, yes, I put in a good word for him, but if he fucks around, kick his ass out.
My dad said the exact same thing to my manager. He goes, because my dad was like plant manager. He was like super high up. He was upper level management. And then my boss was like a guy that was beneath him.
Yeah.
And he walked into like my first day. He walked in and he goes, if he fucks around, fire him. I don't give a shit. And like literally that's where his exact words. And I'm like, I know how this job's gonna go. But it was a great workout. Holy shit, I was like fit back then. Lifting up shit. Driving a fork truck.
I sit at a desk all day.
That's what I do now.
Same here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no. It wasn't intentional, but glad it
was
happened 'cause
necessity.
now I love it. Yes, it was necessity.
did-
Now that I actually love it, so
That's fair.
Yeah. What about you, Adam?
What about me?
How did you get into numbers and
Kind of. I would say it's kind of luck. Like, I've been at the company I'm at now for 11 years this September. And for the better part of it, it was just data entry, and that's when I was doing my second degree, too, for data analytics. And, like, right after that, I was looking for places outside of the job, like trying to find anywhere that's going to take me or I can utilize what I got, because that's just what I wanted to do. And there was a handful of people that had left the company, and my current boss joined for something. And I just happened to speak up and say, I just finished my degree in this, and I know what you're talking about. And she goes, okay, we're going to talk after this meeting, because it was to meet everybody in the office and shit. So because I told her I knew what she was talking about, I got brought on the team to do data analytics for the company. And now we're working on changing systems, so I get to make some decisions on that too.
nice.
Okay,
Hey.
fun stuff. I'm learning a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'll probably, if we went through all three of us, we probably have a very similar thing. And it's with it, like most people of our age group. Like, you have the nothing job where you're killing yourself every day. You're making.
I had a lot of cool
stupidly
nothing jobs that never really went anywhere, though, because they were all temp stuff. I was hoping that they would turn
That's-
permanent, like working at NPR, fixing up their servers that go out to the different stations. I wish I could have stayed on full time for that.
I mean, that's a cool gig.
Yes.
That's a cool gig.
That's one of my favorite
it's
ones.
Funny because I think probably now if we like analyzed our job titles, it's like one of those things where if you meet somebody who's like, hey, I'm a pipe fitter. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a product solutions manager. Well, what does that mean? You know,
Yeah.
like I basically I run efficiencies in my company. I make sure that our client base and our customers have a positive journey and experience with our digital product lines. And then that guy who's like a pipe fitter goes, dude, I'm a pipe fitter. Like, damn it, you're right.
I'm gonna say, who are you trying to sell to right now? That sounded way too professional.
That's what I do, man. That's what I do. I walk into places where things are happening. I'm like, yo, guys. I also got somebody told me the other day I was one of the funniest guys at work, which was super nice. That person who said it.
That's some high
She's
praise.
fantastic. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, video games.
Yes. I gotta know, Mike, have you read any more of Dungeon Crawler Carl by chance? Because I don't remember if we talked about any of this since it happened, but there's been some news.
I tried it.
And that's what I was pointing at.
Oh.
There's my stack of... Where are we?
So,
The stack of books right there.
Mike-
There's the other ones.
and we're gonna let Mike talk about it, but Mike, you actually brought something up the other day. You were like, I thought I was in a fever dream, but I saw. I think he goes. I think you said. I thought it was like a virus or like a bad. I don't know. Like I forget how you had said it, but you were like, I thought it wasn't real.
Oh, yeah, he's
That I
talking
heard.
about the Dungeon Crawler Carl game that you saw in like Facebook
yeah.
ads.
Oh, if it was AI generated or something like
Yeah,
that.
we talked about that on one of the episodes. You were like, that's real?
That goes to show how fried my brain is if I don't remember that.
You have 3 kids. It's understandable. We're lucky you
You
remember
have
your name in
2.
the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally
two is plenty. 3.
I have none, and I can barely like function as a normal human.
I can lend
That's
you one of
okay.
mine.
Practice.
No.
So have you read
you can
any
take
more?
the boy.
He's good with kids as long as he can return them.
Yeah, you can return them in 10 years. Sounds good. Hold on, I'm just trying to remind myself where the hell I was.
So you did read.
Yes, but the problem is I do. They had just gotten their sponsor boxes.
Uh-oh, Sean, what's wrong?
I'll share when we get to it.
Oh, no.
I'll put it here so you can see it.
Does it have to do with what we were talking about earlier?
Which thing we're talking about earlier?
Bungie?
Yes.
Yes.
Very much so.
Uh-oh.
Is it when I said
No,
solid numbers?
Nope.
Okay.
I will put this here. Do with this what you will.
Oh, God, I saw that.
I know.
Uh,
This is America.
Yeah.
I
It's just fucking
I don't know.
stupid.
So to elaborate, because again, people who are listening to this in their cars are probably not seeing what I just put in there.
I don't
Again,
have it
don't
up
wanna
on the
get-
stream. I could put it up there, but
No,
at the same time, I
That's
don't want
totally
to bother.
fine. Yeah, and I don't want to give any credence to this. Don't go looking for it.
Yeah.
Again, I don't mean to be political, but the White House put out a tweet. I'm not calling it a
No.
tweet that is basically Donald Trump on the Destiny, like in the Destiny, like
Character
set your
screen?
guy up character screen, right? With him like ripped out of his mind, and with the thing that says "Eyes Up, Guardians" or whatever. And I don't know what frightens me more. One, the fact that he's doing this at the time of mass layoffs. Two, he knows, the White House press team knows what Destiny 2 is. Like that is surreal to me.
There is
Three, that it's
this
the
weird
White
thing
House.
that they know about certain video games, and they're leaning on the memes just to insert him into them. And I like, what are they shooting for? Clearly, somebody knows about video games.
I don't. They must be asking for help, man. Like,
It's fucking stupid.
I guarantee you, this is probably a ploy to like they did with Pokemon and all that shit. Except
Oh,
they
they're just looking to make things
oof.
bad or make people
they
mad.
actually did. You're right. They did the other stuff, but were being able to be retaliated on. Now that Destiny's over and Sony's in a bad place, they're not gonna fucking do shit.
Otherwise, I just put in a thing. Again, this was actually from the Department of Homeland Security that used the Wind Waker box art to push the one big beautiful bill
Oh
for yeah,
How do we get from Dungeon Crawler Carl to this?
because we are literally living in a dungeon right now. This
Yep.
is literally the AI has gone insane.
Yeah. And I know the joke is played out, but this is quite literally idiocracy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Idiocracy was way, way, way more organized than this.
Yeah. It's a great start.
And that image they can probably get away with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's changed enough.
Yep. Yay. Well, Mike, I'm proud of you for reading.
Yes, not much, but it was basically Carl wants to shoot Ruckus, so
Shoot Ruckus.
a giant bird.
With the chainsaws?
He hasn't mentioned anything about chainsaws yet. He wanted to test out missiles.
I know what he's talking about.
And
It's when Carl first starts making the rockets, and like there's that desert thing that they're trying to take out.
Yep,
I thought that was the buzzbird.
It is.
Or maybe
it is the buzzbird.
Okay.
Yep.
Then yeah, right.
Yep.
So then you haven't met that yet.
Yep.
He hasn't gotten to the sky dwarf person yet.
Oh yeah.
And as a side note, any feds that are listening to this, just because we said Trump and missiles in the same episode does not mean we're making a threat, okay?
It's also not a condemnation either.
Yeah. Figured I'd cover our ass.
Thank you.
Man, we're doing great, aren't we, guys?
We're doing better
Listen,
than Bungie right now. Sorry.
I'm not sure if I want to be Bungie or if I want to be the people that actually got arrested for the freaking reflecting pool.
That's just stupid, though.
People got arrested? What happened with that?
Yeah, for alleged bullshit. Like, there's seriously cameras 24/7. They can clearly point out if someone's fucking with the pool. Instead, they're just pulling random people saying they did it and then arresting them.
Right.
Oh God, really?
Uh-huh.
It's like that. It's like medieval Europe. We're gonna hang 6 people. Why?
It's about
'Cause we wanna
sending a
have hanging.
message.
Cool.
Well, if we're
This
going to be
is a video
taking
game
pages out of
podcast.
yeah, I know, right? I think we got some medieval themed games.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at what I was playing earlier. That's kind of medievalish.
Oh, I was gonna say that the art style in that game is beautiful.
Yes, it
I
is.
was like very much taken it. Like I was like, it looks. The one thing that gets me, and again, this isn't a slam. I would prefer if there was no voice acting.
Slam! You can turn the dialogue all the way down so you don't have to hear it.
Yeah. That'd be. I mean, it does the thing like when you were standing there talking to the girl with the flowers.
Mm-hmm.
And it did like the really melodramatic, maudlin. My mommy and daddy are mad at each
That
other,
is
and I
one of
wanna
the
get
gripes I
flowers."
have with the game. That's what I told you about last time we recorded. The dialogue and the choice of wording and how it sounds and shit is just like, I don't like this. But
I feel like-
it
but
fits the game. It makes sense.
It feels like an anime. Like
Yes.
that is absolutely something that would happen in an anime.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, that's not slamming it. It was very funny, and I'm like, oh, this feels like a filler episode of Bleach.
It's a fun game. Just I could do without the dialogue. I'd rather read.
Yeah. For a game like that, it's really disconcerting to have dialogue in a game that like harkens back to Legend of Zelda. Like that's very weird. It's a weird choice.
Also,
Not
here's
bad,
the crazy
it's just
thing.
strange.
I have. You say you don't like the talking and stuff. There, like clearly you saw that there's in-game chatter from the fairy person that's following you around and things like that. I have it set to the setting that tones that down, and it's still quite a bit. Yeah. That's why I said you can turn the sound all the way off so you don't have to hear it, because people that's like the biggest gripe that I'm seeing about anybody playing the game is just there's too much talking, too much feedback.
Yeah, there's too much going on. Like when you were fighting the boss and like it was non-stop chatter and I'm like, okay. It's not bad. I'm not slamming again. I kind of get what they're going for, I guess, but I'm more like if I'm playing that game, I'm like mellow it out.
Yeah.
Let me get the feels in. But the art direction's beautiful. Jesus
Oh yeah.
Christ.
I love like the full rendered art rather than just like the 2D sprite style, but they did really well with that too. But I think like the full artwork of the characters are really good.
I like honestly like that's what I would love to see for like a Chrono Trigger remake. Like that's
Oh yeah.
I want to see them do that for every like 16-bit.
They did that
RPG
with the Final Fantasy ones.
Oh, they did?
1 through
Oh
6.
yeah, they did. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Maybe I'll pick one of those up someday.
I told you I'm playing Final Fantasy 6 again because it's on Game Pass.
I played that when I was in Germany. So when I was in Germany, I had the first.
We're
time I was in
repeating
Germany-
stories.
No. This was actually. So I went to Germany twice. First time I was there
Oh.
for like 3 weeks, and the second time I was there for like 2 weeks. The time I was there for 2 weeks, I was when I played Hades. The time I was there for 3 weeks, I was in like, and they were very nice about it. But the company that I was working for was like, we don't want to put you in a hotel for 3 weeks. That sucks. We
So
want
they
to get
put you
you
in
an
a hostel.
apartment." No, they put me in. Yeah, like the horror movie.
Yeah.
They rented an apartment, like an actual full apartment, kitchen, and I'm like, I'm not cooking, man. So I told them the next time I was like, just put me in a hotel. I'd rather just a hotel.
It's still cool of them.
Yeah, it was really nice. But the problem is the Wi-Fi sucked, so I couldn't watch movies or do anything. So I was like, I thankfully had brought a Vita. So the whole time I was just playing Final Fantasy VI. Like I didn't ever beat it, but I was playing it, and it's so good, man. It's so good. I gotta play it again.
Yes. Oh, I completely got away from what I was going to say. Tales of Adventures of Elliot. Tales of what the fuck is it? Millennium Tale, whatever. Solid 7. Really fun. It's worth playing. It keeps pulling me back in. Like it's besides sponsored survival going away from Marathon, which makes me less inclined to play. This game pulls me away from it too because I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get into that at some point, but
Okay, hang on. I was just gonna say. Oh, okay. Audacity was yelling at me, but I've still got plenty of time.
Okay.
Rumble Pack Podcast episode 90. 90.
Woohoo!
10 away from 100,
Yeah.
even though we probably actually have over 100 episodes. But numbered episodes, number 90. And I am. Ooh, I'm sponsored Kid Adam.
I'm very exhausted, Mike.
Sorry, man.
And I am looking to see how much Final Fantasy VI is on the Switch on.
Nice.
Now, did they say why they took away sponsored survival?
Because they hate us.
No, they did not. It is set back to just like sponsored kit mode, where it's like you go in with a base sponsored kit and that's it, and it's Daymarsh. So, and a lot of people are upset. There are so many posts now on the subreddits that are saying, "Bring back sponsored kit survival." So maybe they'll do it. I don't know.
I'm wondering if too many people were playing that instead of actual PvP.
I think
I
it's
I
skew. I
think
think. Sorry, go on.
no, you go.
I was gonna say I think it skews. I'm not against it. I actually love. I would if the minute they bring that back, I'm gonna be jumping right back on. And I'm not going to not play, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like champing at the
Waiting
bit
for
to
the
go at
PvE
it.
mode.
Right.
Right. Especially the cryo kit one.
Yeah.
But I think it does skew like if you're just going in, getting loot,
Mm-hmm.
feeding it to the worm over and over and over again, which at some point I probably should just do. Like I should, well, you can't now, but um, if you're doing that, like the
Mm-hmm.
people who are playing the game as it's meant to be played,
Hmm.
they're probably not going to be getting nearly as much loot and experience and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be behind. Like again, I've played like maybe 5 days or 6 days, and
Yeah.
I'm on level 26, right? Like it's shockingly high level compared. That took me like 2 months to do in season one. It
Yeah.
was like nothing in season two.
Oh yeah. I don't even think I got to the point I'm at in season 1. Um, I don't. I like sponsored survival just because it gave us the ability to not only did we collect loot and not have to worry about PvP, but it gave us the opportunity to actually be able to do the missions and
Yes.
focus on that and not have to worry about it, which is probably why we leveled up as fast as we did.
Right. I think it's shared experience for the contracts that you complete too. I don't remember
Yeah.
how much. I think that they were originally intending on these being like a 2-week trial and then rotating it, but I didn't realize that after Perimeter was done, they were going to take it away. I thought maybe they'd
Right.
rotate it to something else, whether it was Daymarsh again, or Daymarsh for a change, or even tried Outpost, because they did, as far as I'm aware, and it definitely seems like it, is that they adjusted the loot for sponsored survival so that way it it didn't flood the economy with stuff, but it was still worth it to run them.
Right. Because the fact that I got my first purple on our first run in Nightmarsh,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure if that was because of the sponsored survival or because it's Nightmarsh.
I want to run more Nightmarsh. That mode map has it's just, I don't know what it is. That's one of the only night maps that I thoroughly enjoy.
It is. It is
Feels
the
nice.
most real. It feels the most realistic for night that I've
Yes.
seen in a game. It
Yeah.
feels like and especially when we first started it, that first time when we were running it, me and Adam were dead, and Mike, we were watching you.
Mm-hmm.
It literally felt like we were watching somebody like playing paintball at night. It was the coolest shit.
You turned it into a survival horror.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! And
I also
I'm trying
feel
to
like
figure
we're
out-
dancing around stuff talking about Marathon, but I'm sure we'll get there.
We can go into it now if you want.
If you want to.
Peel the Band-Aid, man.
I'm sure
Yeah.
everybody knows about the layoffs. I mean, we knew they were coming. We had mentioned them, I think, a couple times on the podcast. They flat out said this is going to be happening. We just weren't really sure how bad it was going to be. I think the estimate that Paul Tassi of Forbes was putting out was around 400, which is like roughly half of their studio, I think, like around there. And according to the Washington State Employment Security Department, on behalf of Stephen Totillo, who originally wrote for Kotaku, says that it's about 292 staff so far laid off.
oh Jesus.
Yeah. It's like the entirety of the Marathon team, or not Marathon team, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
The entirety of the Destiny team. And Marathon caught some strays too. Like, there was some of the, oh God, what was it? The Bungie Cinematics team from Destiny got dropped. The, where is it? The senior sound designer for Marathon was laid off, and there was a handful of other people on the Marathon team that got laid off too.
And if I remember reading correctly, a few people on on Sony's side got let go too. That had
Yep, they were like floaters who was helping out with some Bungie projects. They got booted
yeah.
too. I think I mentioned this earlier, but the biggest surprise was that Sony put out a blog post. I don't know what you want to call it, but like they came out and was like, we initiated these layoffs because business just wasn't working out. So we need to cut somewhere. So
I mean, like as I think I said in the chat, that is a noble way to do something extremely ignoble. Like, I mean, it's funny that, and again, I'm not so far into the Destiny space as you guys are, but like based, and I think we're all in kind of agreement that it was kind of mismanagement on Bungie's executive level
everyone
that
has laid it
rendered
at Pete Parsons' feet.
right. And because of that, the hard work of almost 300 people amounted to them now on a breadline. That sucks,
Right.
man.
Yep.
That sucks, dude.
I will say it's pretty noble for Sony to step out and be like, this was us, this wasn't Bungie's decision, we had to make these hard choices, and they were just
Right.
doing the best with the bad situation.
Well, I hope they all get snatched up and put onto whatever, or they
Oh,
stay
great.
in Sony's Rolodexes, and then maybe Sony brings them onto something else. I don't know.
I will say I appreciate them not going the same route as what Epic did when they were laying off people. Saying anybody would be great to hire these people. They're wonderful workers, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, why don't you keep them on your payroll and have them work then? Why are you laying them off?
Because that broke.
I think it was part of their push for AI, but yeah.
Yes, it's noble for Sony to step up, but I think it's more their PR team basically stoking the fire, or not stoking the fire, putting out fires, because we're already they were being blamed right from the get go anyways. The second they heard layoffs were going to happen, the blame was already getting shifted to Sony no matter what. So at least they own up. They own up to it and try to make it say, "Hey, we're taking responsibility." It softens that blow, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there are corporate layoffs are never good. Like,
No, never.
good people end up, not with jobs, and that sucks. Um, I mean, again, like I said, that that is the absolute bare minimum I think that you can do is say, hey, we made this decision. It's not a reflection on their work ethic.
Yeah.
It's just we need to accumulate money. But
Yep.
something about Sony as a company, they're a multi-billion-dollar organization.
Yeah.
It's about a bottom line, and that's just not cool, man. Like, it sucks that average working Joes have to deal with that.
Yep. Oh, I was going to say something too, and I've lost it now. I don't remember.
I just think Sony mismanages media altogether. To be honest, because look at their.
I like that you said that. I don't follow their movie industry enough, but like their gaming industry is a pretty good indicator also, with how many games that they were like, yeah, let's put it out and then stop it right away. So, like
Yeah.
Concord, for instance. There's been a handful of games that have been in development or come out that they just killed right off the bat too, and it's just like, why? But I think that's just all fallout from having to buy up all these studios just for exclusivity stuff, and then whatever contract you signed with them is just not enough time for them, or it was just they made a dumb decision and expected something from it and got nothing, so they had to just cut. I don't know.
I mean, it's funny because touching in on a thing that we did yesterday, we played No Man's Sky as a group, and I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm really liking No Man's Sky now.
Yeah.
I had fun experiencing things I didn't know was even possible.
know
I appreciated being kidnapped.
I show up in my giant space
Turtle.
freaking station wagon. Yeah, so I have a
Station wagon.
my spaceship is a grody, horrible mess. I love it. I love the aesthetic of like the inside of the Millennium Falcon, where it's just
Yep.
like clearly it's like some dude who has no idea how to clean his house has a spaceship. He basically flies around in his house. Um, but going back to No Man's Sky, I think that was actually something that Sean Murray came out and said was like part of the thing with No Man's Sky. They were like they had, I think it was an exclusivity deal with Sony. I don't think they owned outright Hello Games, but they were like that was
You mean
heavily
like they
pushed,
developed the game for Sony?
right. Because when it came out for like the first couple of years, the only place you could play it was on
Yeah, I think it was a
PlayStation.
timed exclusive. You're right.
Right. And part of the reason why it had kind of the disastrous launch, and they came back and did a retrospective on it, was because Sean Murray was basically told by Sony, "You need to hype the shit out of this game," and
Without hiring
they,
a PR person to help him, and he's just like, "Yes to everything."
yes, and oh my god, I remember like the hype for that game. I've never, aside from Cyberpunk, I've not seen a level of hype for a game. I was like, because again, that was around the time of Ready Player One, and they were like, "Oh, it's going to be like the Ready Player One, like virtual reality world, and we're going to have planets where everything, and it's like, no, that's not what this is."
Yeah.
And but they can't say it. You can't underplay a game that's about to come out, so they
Yep.
hype it up. We don't know. Maybe you'll see people, maybe you won't. And now, like playing it yesterday with you two guys, it was.
Good.
I'm like, that's the culmination of what this game should be.
Yep. That's when you give devs the time and space that they need. Sometimes it just takes a while.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Hey, do we want any more bad news?
Yeah, lay it on me.
Okay, Xbox is increasing the price of their consoles again come August.
Yeah, that's not.
They're also sunsetting the 2 terabyte model of the console.
You read
Why?
my mind, Adam.
What? What'd I do? Was that in your notes? I have not
Yeah,
looked
what-
at the notes again.
That is my very first topic.
I'm good at that. Talk to me about it. You probably have read more about it.
No, it's the article that I read said that as of August 1st, the 512 model will go up about $100, while the 1 terabyte is going up about 150. And this was after they've already increased the price of the console between like $20 to $70 last October.
Yep.
And they and I understand that Xbox isn't the only one that's singing this issue. It's because of the scarcity of the parts and stuff like that.
Does anybody have that
Play-
picture handy that I sent the group of the console prices?
Sent it in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's disgusting. The fact that the Steam Deck costs almost as much as a PS5 is disgusting.
And the fact that a PS5 now costs, after 5 years of being on the market, costs, I think, $100 more
Yeah.
than,
like
or $50
$150.
more. Yeah, like then I remember I bought mine for $4.99 at launch.
Yep.
And it's the same fucking hardware.
I think I bought mine for 500 I think it was 5. And it was the disk drive and all that because I specifically wanted the disk drive with mine.
Yeah,
But oh god, I bought both the Xbox and the PS5 for 500 each.
I got lucky with mine. It was on sale at Walmart for like $4.50 for the Astrobot
Yeah.
bundle. God, I still haven't downloaded that damn game. I've had the PlayStation.
It's a good
5
game.
I haven't even redeemed the code.
Oh, come on, man. You got to download it. It's a lot of fun.
Wait,
I
you
don't even
talking?
remember where it is. Yeah.
Wait, are you talking about the new Astrobot game or the like playable
Astro's Playroom is free.
No, the new game that they made.
Yeah, he's talking
It
about
When
came.
did you get
Astrobot,
your
the adventure game,
when did you get your PS5?
recently.
Yeah, recently. It was in
Oh,
like the
I
last
thought.
year or so. I used one of
Oh,
my I used one of my first bonuses at my current job. I had to ask Callie. I'm like, hey,
I've earned this, damn it.
it's like I got a bonus. Can I put it towards getting a PlayStation 5 for my birthday? And she's like, go
Please
ahead.
bomb me.
I saw it. I saw it. I literally saw it in the store. I'm like, I want it. Give me.
Yeah.
okay. I thought you had it for years. I didn't know you only had it for a really short
No,
time.
I've mainly had the PlayStation 4 for God knows how long.
My PlayStation 4 is downstairs. I gotta pull it out.
Sawyer actually has my PlayStation 4 now.
They-
Let's. I
Quality
gave it to the
system.
kid. Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's see. If it wasn't for I remember why I had to have it. Because the freaking the damn concert you and Callie surprised me with the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth concert.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right after that.
You went to the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth concert?
Uh huh.
I
Yeah.
can't
It
see
was
you.
fucking awesome.
Me and Mike went. I got Mike to try pho for the first time, and then we went and saw music.
That's a great day.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Love pho. Pho's so
Good stuff. And yet you haven't tried hot pot.
Listen, and actually, I was thinking about that. At some point, I will make the trek up to where you are, because
Yeah.
I really want to try it.
It's
And
good
there's
stuff.
also one in Dartmouth too.
But I mean, there's one. There's like I think there's one in Quincy, or not multiple in Quincy. There's like a really burgeoning Asian food culture in Quincy that's really good.
It's interesting.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh.
Think.
What are you trying to think of? Because I was going to bring us back to Xbox.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to remember. What our where we left off on. Because
I'm reading through their blog post about it, where they're talking about the increases and when it's happening and stuff like that. They specifically say, unfortunately, console storage and memory prices have increased by more than 2.5 times, and we expect another doubling by the fall of 2027, which leads me to think that the next generation of consoles are going to be anywhere from $1,200 to $1,400,
Unless
if
they
that
come
doesn't
up
get
with
sorted out.
right, unless they come up with a different methodology. Like
Yep.
they have to come up with something. Like
Yep.
we thought it was
It's
bad when the
unsustainable.
GPU market. Yeah, like when they were doing crypto mining, I was like, okay, this is whatever, and that thankfully tanked.
Yeah.
yeah.
We were like, oh, cool, we can buy our things again. And then everyone's like, no, AI, we need to buy
Yeah.
every piece of memory that has ever existed.
Yeah.
DDR4 RAM is going to cost you literally a kidney.
Yeah. They also continue to say, unlike phones, computers, speakers, and other consumer devices, consoles are typically not sold at a profit, but instead for less than they cost to make. And then they go on to share some programs to make consoles more accessible, which is like their buy now, pay later program, interest-free financing, and what's this one? We are working with retail partners on new programs to provide previously played consoles at lower prices. So they're working with GameStop. And they also
So-
have a certified refurbished console program.
Here's
So.
my thing on that though. I understand. I know they're trying to come up with solutions so that people keep buying their systems.
Mhm.
But the fact that you're having to lean towards, okay, if you can't afford to pay it all at once, finance our shit.
You're basically subscribing to buy the console. That's what
Yeah.
all the models are these days, is just subscription models.
I'm surprised they haven't gone for a Haas model yet.
Well, didn't it when Switch 2 came out? Didn't wasn't the whole big thing about it was they were bricking the consoles and they said, "Oh, you don't really own it."
Well, that's for every system now. Every
Yeah.
system you don't know. Like if Sony so chose, if you like open up, it's one of the weirdest things about this newest generation of consoles was hey, you can add a storage drive to it, without voiding your warranty, but we can't guarantee success. I'm like, wait, what?
Yep.
I mean, like the in every EULA, there's going to be some sort of verbiage that says you can only do the things with this console that we allow you to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wasn't that like we went over that? We talked about that in
Yeah.
the DRM episode, right?
Yep.
Yes. And what's funny is you mentioned the EULA. There was one recently that was just absolutely ridiculous, and that was the Subnautica 2's EULA.
What
You
did
guys
they
have-
do?
They have so many arbitrary rules and things in their EULA. Like, it makes you wonder if it's really enforceable or not. But it's like, I don't remember all of them offhand. We got to find the list, but it's really granular, dumb shit too. And it's like, we reserve the right to take the game back if you are doing this with it, or you're playing this way with it, or if you use it in this manner and shit like that. It's absolutely ridiculous.
The hell kind of manner are they expecting?
I'm waiting for
People
Sean to
humping
find it because I know he's gonna have this reaction too.
I mean, so like I just looked it up on, and this is the first comment on Reddit.
That first sentence is basically what every company is saying at this point.
Right,
Right,
and then it
I mean,
says
and-
crafting can revoke access at any time. They can change the agreement whenever they want. Mandatory arbitration and class action waiver clauses limit lawsuits. VPN restriction. Blah, blah, blah. Right. Did you happen to find any with like the exact wording, or like how people broke it down?
So here's this is the article.
And this is going to absolutely lead into us talking about GTA 6.
Well, fun fact, because I actually put something in there, and I'm curious about what you're going to bring up, because I got some news.
I just wanted to get into the GTA 6 shit because it's ridiculous as well.
Yeah. But I gotta say I like the way what the hell was it? And it's one of my freaking topics too. God damn it!
You forgot.
Yeah, I'm not remembering
yeah,
the.
By the way, this is a good one. I guess this is actually part of it. Any gameplay video must include the following prominent disclaimer, either at the beginning of the video or if live streaming. Near the video in visible font, this video is subject to the game's terms of service. It was not endorsed or sponsored by Crafton Inc.
Yep.
Wild.
You have. They're saying you have to put that in there.
Correct.
Yes.
That is bullshit. I'm like.
Also, in the article, they even point out, for instance, by poking fun at this overbearing EULA, by the broad language it uses, I am arguably breaching the part of the agreement that says I cannot, quote, harm the reputation of company, our affiliates, our service providers, or licensors, or the reputation of the games, the documentation, or the services.
Yeah, and you can't run it on a VPN either.
Yep.
That's great stuff.
Get fucked.
Yep, that's crafting for you. I believe they also, like, they had a clause where, like, if the game sold so well, they had to pay out the devs a bonus, and they hit that mark, so they're like, gotta do it. And
Yeah.
I think they were hoping they didn't have to.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about GTA 6.
GTA 6. So you want your glorified plastic box with a code in it?
So
Or what was the fucking thing that I shared from Engadget? Because they had, like,
You said-
they hit it on the
you-
head.
you said that the
There it
CD
is.
is basically a like a physical representation of DRM.
Yes, the quote from Engadget was, "The Grand Theft Auto 6 Physical Edition is overpriced DRM in a box." And that's basically what it is, because you don't get a physical copy of it. It is just a code to download the game. I'm going to say first off that I completely understand if the game is over a certain size, because then a Blu-ray disc is not going to handle it, and I don't think we want to go back to the era where we're switching 3 or 4 discs just to keep playing a game. However, why isn't it still a disc that has, like, the base coding or whatever that prompts you to download stuff? Because then you still get the physical aspect of the game.
And here's the funny part.
Mike's got something to say.
Yep. Nah, the fact that you were saying switching the games, I wasn't even thinking like PlayStation. No, thinking like the Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9 era.
Hmm.
I'm thinking if their excuse is there's not enough space on the disc to run the full game,
Hmm.
what happened to the days where like Diablo 2, you had multiple discs. Yeah, you're sitting there taking forever, but half the time when you're downloading a game now where they have like a major update, it's you're waiting a good half hour to an hour anyways. Have it split up in multiple discs, download it onto the freaking system, game's all there.
So, and I think this is where we're going into the DRM portion of it, where
Mm-hmm.
as an industry, I think they're just trying to move away from physical media altogether because for the most part, and I'm guilty of this too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if a game releases, I haven't bought a physical game
Mm-hmm.
in probably 6 years. I
Yeah,
have
a
a
game has to be
million
special to
digital,
me to do that.
Mm-hmm.
right? And even if for me, like one of the last physical games that I bought was Link's Awakening,
Mm-hmm.
and even then, Nintendo does it differently. For the most part, and I made them. I told myself, I'm like, oh yeah, well, it's going to be easier on console storage, and it's not because you're downloading the game still. Like, you only have a portion of the game on there.
Yep.
I think the convenience factor. I think they should release physical versions. My problem would be who would buy it, right? Like we all have
Collectors.
collectors, exactly, and this is the whole argument on the. I'm reading through the article that I put in there because I didn't read through the article before I put it on there because it was like it's not shipping with a disc, and I was
They
like,
point out
oh well,
something
that
in that. They point out something interesting in that article. I want to point out too when you're done.
yeah. I mean, basically, what it's saying it's fine because the physical version of that, even with no disc, they're gonna sell it. People are gonna buy it.
Yeah, but I hate that excuse. While we know that, it's still shitty because it's
Oh,
like everyone's looking at Rockstar to set precedents for things because now their base game is an $80 game, and that's going to open the door to other people saying, well, $80 is the new like price for video games. So since they did it, we're going to do it. And we just got $70 games.
Right.
right. And I think the thing is that's problematic about it, and it's funny because I go back and forth on the price of games. An $80, I mean, games have been consistently $60 since the '90s.
Yes.
Like, if you bought A Link to the Past in 1994, it was $60.
Yep.
In 1994 dollars, which is like $130 now.
Yes.
So I don't. The funny part for me is like part of me is like, okay, though the increase is severe, it's
It's
not
making up for the costs.
right. But the thing that makes me annoyed about it is it's it is an $80 game, whether or not like well, not in this case, but like for most games, if they release a physical version and they release a digital version, the prices are the same. So why have either? Like
Right.
pick one.
Nintendo is the only one doing it right where they knock off $10 for the digital.
Right. Which they should, because there's no
Yes.
physical. At that point, the only thing you're paying for when you're buying a digital version of a game is the marketing behind the game and the development of the game. There's no
Yep.
physical. You don't have to churn up a factory to burn,
And
Blu-ray
speaking
discs.
of prices and things, in that article they point out specifically that selling the box with the download code in it is Rockstar's own way of combating against reselling games.
Oh, of
Can't
course,
resell a
and
code.
that's right, and that's the argument going forward. That was I remember when the PlayStation 5 was set to release, they made a huge push before tech bros start or finance bros started buying up stock in GameStop.
Hmm.
That was one of the huge things that there was a huge outcry on because they wanted to make it where it was like you had a code and you had a license when you bought a physical version of a game
Mm-hmm.
that you couldn't then go resell,
Right.
and that just kills that market, which I mean, shame on you, Rockstar, because again, not everyone can afford your $80, you know, glorified piece of software. Like,
Right.
make it so
Glorified
that
city
it's
simulator.
well, like here's the thing that like there are people who spend a good amount of their like hard-earned money. This
Mm.
is their one pastime,
Yeah.
right? And if you're an average Joe, like again, going back to though pipe fitters make a pretty good amount of money. Going back to my thing of pipe, if you're like a day laborer and your one release is playing video games,
Mm.
you know, I remember back when I was young, I used to always go to GameStop, buy the pre-owned games
Yep.
because it's cheaper.
Right.
Now, and I knew one of my a guy I used to be buddies with. That's what he would do. He would only buy physical versions, and then when
Mm.
he would play them for a little while, and he was like, I don't want to play this anymore, he would just go sell them, and then buy a new game from what he, sold for.
Right.
You can't do that now. It's just one-time buying.
Right.
Yep.
And that's my whole thing is you're buying the game, it's your hard-earned money. It's bringing it back to the conversations that we keep having over and over and over again. I would much rather have a physical disc because at the end of the day, like you said, if this is your one pastime, and at the price point that they're bringing it as, I understand that inflation is finally catching up with video games and shit like that. That's fine, but at the same time, their excuse is not to combat reselling of games. Don't put out a shit, possibly put out a shit game. Because nowadays you're buying the license on a shit game, and you paid all this money. Your solution before was return the game. Can't do that on a digital version. Too bad, so sad.
I want to say that art is subjective, so your shit game might be someone's treasure game. So, saying that, my question to you is: do you think that GTA 6 is worth $80? Like, how do you derive worth from a game that the price is arbitrary?
Well, I mean, so I think that a game like GTA 6, and we know the history of like GTA 5, when that
Mm-hmm.
released, that was I
It's
think
the
that
first
was
game to make $1 billion.
right. It was the highest selling piece of media up to that
Mm-hmm.
point,
Yep.
right? Um, the amount of money and amount of investment that they put into it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not against the idea of it being $80. To Mike's point, and this is where I'm going to pivot, I think that if you're going to release games at an elevated price point, I'm curious how they assume that people are going to do pre-orders. Pre-orders as a general rule, like I'm curious about how that market goes anyways, but with an increased price point, and as
Mm-hmm.
Mike said, I mean, you can return a digital game. There are ways you can do it. You have a very limited window with which to do it,
Two
Right.
but
hours.
yeah. So if you buy a game that you don't thoroughly enjoy and you don't have the option to, send it back, what the
Right.
hell? That's what happened to me. Well, to be fair, I actually own the physical game of this, but Cyberpunk and
Mm-hmm.
hell, No Man's Sky. I bought that game and I'm like, and it wasn't worth it for me. I'm like, I'm just gonna hold on to it. Maybe it'll get better. But
Right.
if you're choosing between food and your video game and you are like, hey, you know what? I'm willing to make the sacrifice to buy my video game. Then your video game sucks. It's like, bro. And again, there's one thing with art being subjective. I think the thing is, if you consider it to be art,
Mm-hmm.
right? Let's go with paintings. If you buy a painting, you know the painting you're going to get. A video
Right.
game is not like that. If you buy a video game,
Right.
you could be getting a Rembrandt, or you could be getting like Phoebe Buffet's, paint
Smelly cat.
art piece. It's it's that's the one thing that's turned me off completely from pre-ordering.
Here's I think I have a better example of what I'm talking about. Of the comparison is this perfect example. Books, physical copies and digital copies. Based on your example, this is the exact same thing. We buy a book on the premise that you think it's going to be good, but when you actually read it, you might not actually like the book. You might return, and if you don't like the book, you might return it, you might sell it, you might give it away, but you have that choice. Whereas with games where you're having to pay for a license, you can't do that anymore. Right. Yes, there's still both art and it's open to interpretation, but the fact that we should have the ability to be able to get rid of it in 2 hours after you buy it is bullshit. Because how often do you play if you're do you actually play games that you buy right away? Especially if you're limited on your time.
I have an interesting wrinkle I just read on Rockstar's own website about the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to throw us off from what we're talking about, but looking at this, the base game for GTA 6 is $80. The Ultimate Edition is $100. There are shops and items and people or whatever things that are only included in the Ultimate Edition of the game and are not available in the base game. So
But
part of the game itself is being closed off.
So, but here's my question: is that timed? Because again, a lot of times
I see nothing
DLC...
about it being timed. It just says only open for business with the Ultimate Edition, and that's on a handful of things for that.
But so that's been going on since time immemorial, right? Like, so
items, yes. These are stores in game for like your characters' clothing, weapons, cars, whatever else.
I don't. It's like, see that. I'm not.
If it's like an
jazzed
exclusive DLC store, that's something I totally get. Like that's what Mass Effect did. It made sense for them because that was a way that they could make money off their DLC and things like that, which was where the Cerberus Network stuff came from. This feels more like it's in the game. Yeah, it's there, but you can't access it unless you buy this version of it.
Now, are you talking about? Because this, so I understand it right. Is this sounding like what they did with D1, where they had a story, and then the version that they ended up releasing felt like they cut out parts for DLCs?
No,
because the
doesn't
DLC,
seem like
anyone can buy it. I guess that my thing would be if that is not timed, and again, they're definitely not going to say outright, "Oh, this is going to be good for the first year the game is out."
Mm-hmm.
Typically, whenever somebody releases DLC that is like for a timed exclusive or whatever, that eventually always gets rolled out to the mass market because it's just shitty not to do that. But with this one, that also, if this is a multiplayer game, that puts people at an advantage if you buy the expensive version. Two, I don't know, like, I'm not jazzed about, like, it's funny, I just watched, what's his name, Jason Pargin, the guy who wrote John Dies at the End. What is his name? Dies at the End. Jason Pargin, right? So he does a lot of slice of life stuff on social media. He's an author, but he also does a lot of like social media boosting. And one of the things he went over was basically talking about he was talking about books and pre-ordering books, and when you pre-order a book you get the same book whether or not you pre-ordered it or not, right? Like, right. Content doesn't change.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know, I don't like that. I don't like the idea that there is I don't know. I don't know enough about the game yet. How big the world is me missing out on one or two stores a big deal?
I guess it's all a matter of how you, I don't know, assert value over something. But it's just interesting that I'm seeing so many shops that are exclusive to the Ultimate Edition. Like, on that website for the link that I sent you, you'll have to select Ultimate Edition or read more, whatever, and then just scroll through it, and it'll say, only exclusive in the Ultimate Edition, and there's a handful of them there.
I mean, most of this looks like skins, safe house vehicles.
And it doesn't say
Yeah, I
anything
mean,
about it coming to the game later.
but they never do. I mean, again, if it's right, so there's like a salon that's opened up.
Salon, mod shop, tattoo shop, car shop.
I mean, I think this is just their way of saying you can get exclusive skins, right?
See, I was
Um,
thinking that too. Like those shops might have specific ones that are not in the other ones,
Yeah.
but I honestly don't know.
yeah, I mean,
I
and I
just
guess
found that kind of weird.
I think the thing is,
It might be. It's sounding like, and I know this is a poor example, but it's sounding like the VIP pass in Marathon.
yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too. That's basically what it sounds like. But the problem is, especially if it's built behind an ultimate version and not something you can buy after the fact,
Mm-hmm.
the thing for me is, okay, so I bought the base game. I don't have any of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy next door, he bought the ultimate version. He has this shit. Well, now I want that. How do you get it? Do you have to go then buy the ultimate version on top of the $80 you already spent? How do you relate that to the masses? And that's where
There's usually an upgrade, whatever, for X amount of money to those editions.
sure. And again,
Not-
I am sorry. Go on, Mike.
No, I was gonna say not always, because Dreamlight Valley is actually a perfect example of that, where
We haven't talked about this in a while. Hi,
Yeah, I
Callie.
know.
She heard Disney
Uh,
Dreamlight. And she's like, it's me.
because remember how they released the three different versions, the basic version of the game, the
Oh yeah, I didn't like
yeah.
something about it, and you were okay with it.
Yeah, it's if you wanted to start off with the base version, that was fine. But if you wanted to get the content that was on the higher tier versions, you had to rebuy it. There was no pay the difference. You rebought the fucking game.
Yeah.
That's
Granted,
what worries me.
Yeah. I think
I don't
that
like
was
that.
shitty, but I don't know.
I think here's my thing, and again, I don't mean to be like the hey, we shouldn't be gatekeeping games. I think that there's going to be a subset of people who want to buy this game, and to say to them, you're going to get a shittier version. If they release it so you can buy that as like a additional pass, hey, you know what? I'm not jazzed about it, but that's fine. If it's if you buy the ultimate version, you get access to this stuff, and that is
Right.
the only way you will ever get this. That pisses me off to no end because now you're just price gouging exclusive content. And
Right.
ideally, again, most of that stuff just looks like, again, with tattoo shops and stuff, I don't think any of it's story relevant. I don't think any of it really matters aside from like tatting out your guy. But it's if it's content, at least allow the pathway for people to get that content.
At least it's no Asura's Wrath.
Oh man! By the
That's
way,
the epitome of doing it wrong.
I love Asura's Wrath. I've never played it, and I hate the fact that they put the ending behind DLC. But the thing that makes the thing I love about that game is every time it pops up on any social media, it's just like, hey, here's this ridiculous game. You want to see somebody fight something the size of the solar system? Rock on, you know.
Explain how somebody that's a normal-sized human with 6 arms can punch the shit out of a gigantic finger and make this giant space thing explode.
Wrath.
That happens at the game. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. The game itself is a lot of fun, even if it is like really lame fights. The fighting isn't the fun aspect. It's more doing the quick time events just to see them act ridiculous.
Right.
I think that's the more fun.
That's
I like
what
the
I'm
game.
saying.
You want to know who's
Okay.
not shipping with physical copies with just a code?
Oh! I know this. I saw this earlier. Wolverine.
Did you just break? Did your mind just explode?
It was in there. I was digging for it.
Did you? Like honestly, that I almost called somebody. I was almost like, hey, something's going on, man.
Call my wife. Hey, come get him. He broke.
911, code blue,
was-
code blue.
I was looking for it. It was somewhere in the head. I got it. Wolverine, right?
I will
Yes.
say that Insomniac is really good. Like, it's so funny, like these individual companies that are like held under these same corporate overlords that are doing things that are like Nintendo has a completely different business practice than like Sony.
Mm.
Like you have GTA 6, this giant juggernaut of a game that's coming out that is moving the industry in a direction that I don't think anybody really wants. And then you
Yeah.
have like Insomnia coming in with like as a White Knight. They're releasing a new skin for Spider-Man 2 for the tie-in for what is it? The new
Uh,
Spider-Man movie that's coming out.
Brand New Day, yeah. I
Yeah,
heard about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, which is phenomenal. And they've done that consistently with all of the Spider-Man games. Every piece of cosmetic like stuff that comes into that game is always free. And I'm
That's
like,
cool.
rock on. And they don't make any money on it and they still develop it. And that's why like hell with the will Wolverine be the best game of all time? I don't know. But I will say this, I am pleasantly optimistic because that studio seems to have their shit together.
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Insomniac games are always solid. You can count on them.
I just find it funny how cheeky they were.
Why? Because they threw that out. What'd they say? I saw something about it, but I didn't read it.
Basically, when the whole Rockstar situation popped up, I want to say it was like Twitter or something like that. A fan asked them, "Hey, are you going to be releasing a code with the physical copy?" And they're like, "You're getting an actual disc."
I think on your quote that you put on there, the physical version will include a disc in box, which is, hey man. Again, that's what I'm going for.
I don't even know what else to say. I feel like this whole episode's just been shitty news.
Well, speaking. Well,
You want to talk about the Steam machine and its price?
well,
my
no, I was going to actually go over Claude Guillemot died in a plane crash.
Oh yeah, let's. Okay, just. Oh wait, I'm not gonna do that. Never mind.
Oh, well, hold on.
See, I
here's
was
a
going
good
to talk
one.
about how the podcast is taking a nosedive, and I made the airplane noise and everything. That's the wrong thing to be doing right now.
Bum, 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 bum.
I'm terrible.
Please
Where's Bob Barker when you need him? Oh wait, Bob Barker's dead too. Anyway, what about this guy?
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
It's
So
late. I'm tired.
No, I know. I don't want to get too, because again, I put
You're
in a
welcome,
few
Mike.
things too. Basically, and again, going back to the GTA thing, basically people are like stock enthusiasts are like, even though we're complaining about it, Take-Two stock is going to skyrocket. It is going to be probably one of the most
Oh yeah.
profitable companies in gaming
Yeah.
by virtue of this one release.
Yep.
Olivia Rodrigo is coming to Fortnite.
And not to. I'm sorry. Yes, I saw some. They were getting free background pictures with her swinging on a swing or something. That's the only thing I saw.
Yeah.
There's just really quick going back to the GTA stuff. There is a company that is taking the release day off because so many people were already calling out sick for GTA. So they're like, okay, we're just going to give everyone the day free.
Holy shit.
I wish I could find the article that says like the company, but yeah. I saw that when pre-orders went live for GTA 6. I'm like, that's funny.
That's, hey man, like, know your employees, I guess.
You're a
I'm
bunch of
really
slamming.
curious as to what that demographic was.
I gotta find it just to see.
People with games and brains.
Okay.
Oh, and to pivot a little bit, Star Fox evidently is getting great reviews.
We've played
Oh,
it
hell yeah.
before. 3 different times. I said we played it before 3 different times.
Yeah, but this time's different. This time.
Oh, okay. This time they look like animals.
Um,
I did see that. I'm glad that it's getting good reviews. Maybe they'll continue on and make a proper sequel this time.
yeah, and I mean, I think this gives me a little bit of hope for the Ocarina of Time remake. Um, again, I'm gonna buy that. Like,
Were you nervous?
no, but like you kind of hope that because again, I don't think they added only a few small things, and the game itself is still really short.
Mhm.
But like people are still like, hey, no, this is still a great game, which that you got me. But I mean, I'm always nervous when the company takes an old IP and then slaps a coat of paint on it because who knows if that's going to turn out well.
All right.
What you got, Adam?
I just saw something that says you can now legally rip your Wii, GameCube, and Xbox games using a Blu-ray drive.
Nice.
The firmware update only works with very specific Blu-ray drives, so make sure you have the correct one. Custom firmware allows PlayStation 3, 4, 5, Series X and S, and Wii U games to be ripped, but these discs are encrypted. Interesting. Oh, who here has watched Fist of the North Star?
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
You haven't watched
I-
it? Oh, okay. It's pretty good. It's old school anime.
Yeah.
Like, think Vampire
Like,
Hunter
did-
D old school.
yeah,
it's good stuff.
like Ninja Scroll time.
Yeah,
Same era.
somewhere around there. Kenshiro's the main guy. He's coming to Fatal Fury.
Nice.
Just thought it was cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else really to talk about unless there's something you guys saw.
No, I mean, I just put on junk on my
Uh-oh.
list. What?
This headline says Rockstar suffers legal setback as judge rules against studio in union busting dispute. Uh-oh.
Oh no, not that.
Anything but that.
Anything but traipsing
Oh.
over unions.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced has gone gold, so it is all set for... I almost said deployment. That's not the right word. Release. I want to play
You
that.
just set sales?
I want to get back into that.
Yeah, I wanna play that. I also wanna wait.
What'd you say, Mike?
I said it's ready to set sail.
Nice.
Hey,
Good
way to
job.
go.
That was good.
Hey, but don't pirate it.
Ah.
Oh,
We got the dad
matey.
jokes going.
I couldn't think of one. But don't look at me.
I'll look at you if I want to.
We came
Okay.
up with two amazing puns.
Yeah. I got nothing. Can't even think of one right now.
I think me thinks that you are ready to get on and play some vidya games.
Maybe because it's 10:40. Do
Yeah.
you guys want to play? What do you want to play?
I mean, I might call it a night tonight, honestly, because
That's fair.
Shawnee's had like a 3-week sickness.
Still not feeling better?
I mean, I'm better. I'm like not great.
Better is better than not better.
A
Chug a gallon of orange juice. It helps.
love
I don't
orange
know.
juice.
Okay. I'm not a doctor.
Well, you're not a doctor.
No. Sorry, man. Can't help you there. Okay. If you folks want more from us, we are on Facebook and Threads and Blue Sky, and I always forget the other one. What's the other one? I'm looking at them right here.
Patreon.
Oh, Instagram. Fucking looking at it dead in the face. I forget. Facebook, Instagram, Thread, Blue Sky, and we got a Patreon, and we're on YouTube. And the video version of this podcast goes on YouTube at 7:30, which is the same time as the audio version, which is on all the different podcast thingies.
Also,
Like,
at
do-
some point, we'll end up with a TikTok too. Someday.
Eventually,
Someday.
start putting up some clips there too. We got our best man on it. We'll get there.
I'm not the best man of this podcast, my friend.
You're one of them.
No, you two.
Yes.
You two run the ship, and I'm just here.
Give yourself a little more credit.
Fine, I am the greatest.
You
thing
bring the
that
color
ever
commentary
happened
to us.
Ever. I am.
Yeah, there you go.
You are the glue that holds this together.
Yay. Wait,
Yay,
okay. Bye, baby.
baby.
She going back to bed.
Yup. She hungry.
Good luck, Callie. Okay, I did my spiel. It's
All
time to
right.
go. What time
to
is it?
go.
It's time for bed.
Time for
Good night, everybody.
Later.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.